A woman deliberately let herself sink into a swamp. She screamed loudly in panic. Soon her husband followed the sound and arrived. By then, Daisy was deeply trapped in the mire. Her husband told her to stay calm and try to swim toward him, but Daisy said something was wrapped around her legs. Helplessly, her husband picked up a stick from the edge. Daisy used all her strength, reaching for the lifeline. But just as her husband pulled to save her, the stick broke. Her husband tried to keep her calm. While figuring out a way to rescue her, Daisy realized her plan was about to fail. She dropped her pretense and violently struggled, finally sinking entirely into the mud. Seeing her in danger, the man jumped in without hesitation. He crawled through the thick mire, finally grabbing hold of Daisy's arm. Using every ounce of strength, he pulled her out of the swamp. Hearing her violent coughs, he breathed a sigh of relief. Unaware it was all part of her trap, Daisy pretended to care, asking why he acted so recklessly. The man reassured her, saying there had to be a way to save her, but Daisy couldn't wait any longer. She asked him to push her toward the edge. That way he'd be trapped instead. The man didn't hesitate, reaching down to push her back. They struggled for a while to no avail. Daisy started panicking. She tried to take off her shoes and felt something strange. In that moment, a bad feeling crept over her. With her husband's help, she used all her strength and pulled out a body from beneath the mud. They froze in shock. Once they recovered, they saw the man's sunken cheeks, a sign he had starved to death. Daisy was overcome with panic. Her plan to harm her husband had backfired. Now she was trapped too. Her husband found a bag under her body. While Daisy pulled out a gun from the mud, they tossed the skeletal body back into the swamp, searching through the man's gear. They found only a knife, a lighter, and some outdoor tools. The man checked the gun. There were only 2 bullets, as if they were meant for the 2 of them. Realizing their dire situation, Daisy was filled with regret. Her husband continued to comfort her, pointing to a nearby post. Though it seemed out of reach, he suggested they cut the bag into strips and use them to hook onto the post to escape Daisy's thoughts of harming him. Vanished. She took the knife and began cutting the bag into strips. They had no idea their true nightmare was just beginning. After what felt like hours, they finally tied the strips together, but because the husband couldn't turn around, Daisy had to handle the task alone. She used all her strength to lift and toss the makeshift rope, but it didn't reach far enough. She tried again, still too short. With meters to go, Daisy came up with an idea. She wanted to remove her clothes for extra material. Her husband opposed it, saying it would make her lose heat quickly. He suggested waiting for rescue, but Daisy knew the secluded route she'd chosen meant no one would come. As she regretted her decision, she suddenly spotted a sightseeing plane overhead. It felt like their last hope. They screamed at the sky for help, but the engine noise was too loud. The people above couldn't hear them. As hope slipped away, Daisy thought fast, planning to use smoke to signal for help. But no matter how long she tried, the lighter wouldn't work. While they argued, the plane disappeared into the distance. Daisy stared hopelessly at the sky, realizing this might be their last chance. Lost.